Lewis, coming to you from beautiful Florida. And tonight our question comes to us from Serena Lunar Witch. And Serena Lunar Witch writes to say that she does not understand why most people are so sad when a loved one transitions into spirit, because we know, of course, that our loved ones would want us to be happy for them. And my answer to this is, since you've phrased it in terms of most people, I'll start with most people. And most people, either because of their religious or philosophic or simply personal background, do not realize that death is not the end of life. Or if they do realize this, they don't really trust it. And they're not in a position to have communication with their deceased loved one because no one has taught them how. And often they've been discouraged from it. And so naturally they would be very sad at the end of their relationship with their loved one because in many cases, in effect, it is for them. And they hope to have eventual reunion with that loved one, but they don't realize they could have communication with them now because it's not part of their background. Now, for those of us who work with spirit and who work with the beloved dead on a regular basis, we know better than this. But we are a minority in that aspect, and it's not something that's easy for everyone to do. But even those of us who know that the soul goes on and can communicate with us and maintain a relationship with us, there are still reasons we might be sad when the soul transitions. It is definitely a major change in the relationship. Often there's an interruption in the relationship. And in many ways it's not different than if our loved one had gone on a very long trip or moved to a distant town. We know they're still there, but it does change our relationship with them in a way that might make us sad. So I would say that it's very similar to this, and it's not really unnatural that people should be sad on this occasion, even when they know that the spirit is going forward. Now, of course, those of us who realize that death is not the end can also look at this as being a very good thing depending on the circumstances, that an elderly person has been released from pain, a person who is suffering with a terrible illness is released from pain. Very similar situations to this can be looked upon as a blessing, but we're still sad to not have them in our daily life because even when we work with the ancestors, it's not the same as having the person physically present in your daily life. So our sadness is not for them, but we may be sad for ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we can be happy for the spirit that has gone forward, knowing that it's only on the next leg of its adventure, and still be sad for ourselves, and it really depends on the circumstances. And so what I would say is these are the reasons that people might be sad when someone transitions, but they can also be glad for the spirit, knowing that it goes forward. So I hope that answers your question and gives you something to think about, and until next time, may you blessed be. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis coming to you for Pagans Tonight Radio. Pagans Tonight Radio is an online radio network with different hosts and different shows 7 nights a week. There's something for every taste, including Spanish language programming on Saturday evening. Check out paganstonight.com today.